I'm Hannah.
And I'm Hannah's dad.
Papa, you're supposed to say your name.
Okay, so I'm Khalid.
I'm Hannah.
No, and this is the Muslim
Oh,
Hannah.
this is the Muslim. Sorry, I'm not good at. I'm Hannah.
And I'm Hannah's dad.
No, Papa, you're supposed to say your name.
Oh, yeah, so I'm Khalid.
And this is the Muslim Founders Podcast. Hello.
Hello.
Good. How are you?
I'm all right, thank you.
Come take a seat.
There we go. Let's get comfortable.
How's your journey?
It was simple, which is a lot
Excellent.
for London. So
Awesome. Well, welcome. Welcome to the Muslim Founders Podcast. I'm Khalid, and this is my daughter, Hannah.
Nice to
And
meet
we're
you.
so excited to have you on our first podcast.
likewise, it's an honor to be featured on your first podcast.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about you guys. And I mean, Afghan food, right? Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
It is
know.
so lovely. Yeah, we love it.
Are you guys familiar with Afghan food then, I'm guessing?
Yeah. I really like mantu.
Oh, yeah.
So I just think they're so nice with the yogurt and everything. That's my favorite thing.
Yeah, my mom has a whole process. She does it all by hand. So
Do you? Amazing.
Fresh made, yeah.
Does it take a long time?
Well, now I'm used to, to make it.
you have a process.
At the beginning, it was really hard, yeah.
Yeah.
It takes so long, to make. But now, in 1 hour or 2 hours, I can make like nearly 300 mantu.
wow, she's turned into
So
a little
so
machine.
many.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
All
So-
from scratch. Everything
Yes,
from
yeah,
scratch.
everything, yeah.
Wow.
She's got one of those, the little pasta makers that you put on a table.
Yeah.
She'll roll her dough, make
love that.
everything, put it through that.
That's
and
so nice.
cut it into pieces and stuff. Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, my introduction to Afghan food is the garbali pilau,
Yeah.
which I've been having for I think that's sort of like the cliche dish, right?
Yeah,
So I love it. Yeah, and there's a really nice restaurant in Kilburn where I go quite regularly, and it comes in like a mountain of rice,
Yeah.
right?
That-
All you see is a mountain of rice, and initially you don't know what's underneath, and then you part the rice, and there's a huge shank
Yeah.
of lamb, right? So that's actually my favorite dish. I like the raisins and I like the carrots. For me, it works.
Yeah. Yeah.
And one thing I realized is that like we're from Pakistan, right? So we share a really, really long border, but the food is so different. The food is like, I'm sure there's some dishes a little bit similar. So in Pakistani cuisine, we have nihari, which is slow cooked lamb. Yeah. And
Which is delicious.
that's maybe the nearest thing to,
Yeah.
isn't it?
A
Yeah.
bit similar, yeah.
Yeah, but the flavors of the karbali are completely different, and I absolutely love them. I really do.
The spice. The spice.
The spice is a big difference.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So you wouldn't, I think what another thing is, usually when people don't know about Afghan food, they'll assume that it's very, very similar to Pakistani
Yeah.
food or
Yeah.
other South
Yeah.
Asian cuisines until, they try it. But there's all so many little distinctions between
Yeah, there
these
must be.
cuisines.
There
Yeah,
must be.
yeah,
Yeah.
there is,
So I've had that, and obviously I've had the
It's a good
chapli. I've had the chapli kebab
The
as well.
chapli kebab is quite spicy though, no?
Yeah.
Because when I've had it,
actually.
when I've had it, it's quite
originally.
spicy.
Yeah, I think, from Pakistan, they're more spicy, but what we make it at Afghan Caravan, it's not that spicy.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's optional. Some people, they don't like, to have too much chili.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's me.
yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
really take spice at all,
Yeah,
actually.
same.
Yeah, I can't take it, but it can still be flavorful without spice.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
The rest masala is the same. It's just, the chili.
Yeah.
Do you have like specific chutneys that you have, like specific sauces that
Yes.
Yeah.
work really well? Is
Yeah.
it like a green chutney or a?
Like an Afghan Caravan
Yeah.
sauce.
Yeah.
Special sauce. Yeah. What's in
We
that?
have, we're kind of like in the process of still naming it and trying to get it
Okay.
right, but
Okay.
we're calling it the Silk Road sauce because again, the influence is from so many different places. But my mom took it's taken you like a year to get it to a place that she's happy with.
Amazing.
Awesome,
Wow.
awesome. So you need to that recipe is written on a piece of
it's-
paper
it's a
somewhere.
secret recipe.
It's hidden. Yeah. Does your daughter?
I
So
don't-
even you don't know it.
No, like I've seen her make some things, but I've never been there from start to finish because I have a thing where I'm a bit chatty patty. So if somebody's showing curiosity, I'm gonna be like, it's got this, where my
okay.
mum's just like, just some things you've got to keep to yourself.
You do.
That's a good balance though. Yeah, it's a good balance.
Yeah.
Nice. So one's more chatty and one is more, I'm doing the work and I'm getting on with it. And
Yeah.
that's nice.
Exactly.
Do you work well together then?
Yeah, I think, what do you think, Mum? Do we work well together now?
Yes.
No.
Now.
Maybe not.
That now is quite interesting.
Because, well, I mean, with any, like, when it's a family business, there's
Yeah.
always, you know, there's like cultural hierarchies
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
There's so many things. So like, for example, when we're at festivals, you know, it's my dad's there, my uncle, my brother, and again, hierarchies can come into play. Whereas for me or for my mom even, it will just be like, no, you guys don't know what it is. We know what this is. You need to do it like ABC, you know, and it can sometimes those clashes can happen. But I think in the beginning with my mom and I, it was kind of like a process of trusting each other.
Yeah.
You know, like I had to trust that she knows which she does know what she's doing with food. And likewise, I think she's been able to over time trust me with branding and like doing the
Marketing,
other things that kind of
That is so
keep
nice.
things.
Which is essential.
It's been hard though.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I took, you know, all the hard job, you know, from kitchen. But she start doing, you know, all the paperwork, I don't know, office work,
I see.
everything,
So other than chapli kebab, the kabuli, and which one do you like? You like the
Mantu.
I haven't tried mantu.
Oh, it's so good.
So that's 3, right? So these are the cliche sort of like popular dishes, yeah. So I'm assuming there's a whole menu of dishes that I've only tried those 3.
Yeah.
That's right.
So there must be a whole
What about ones we don't know about?
wall.
Yeah.
What else would you?
What about sholi horbandi, for example?
Yeah,
That is
there's a
something
sticky
different.
rice as well, which is really delicious. Very delicious. You serve it with meat, lamb, or maybe mince, and then yogurt, pasteurized yogurt.
Okay.
Oh,
It's
nice.
delicious.
What's that
It
called?
sounds so good.
Shole horbandi.
Shore.
Shole.
Okay. What does that mean? Shore.
It's a sticky rice.
Sticky rice.
rice.
Interesting.
Like
Yeah.
the pilau. It's a sticky rice with a green lentil.
Interesting.
Mint as
It
well.
is
as
softer
decoration.
than, you know, pilau.
Yeah.
The rice is like, it's not the same rice. You have to use the sticky rice.
A specific
Right.
rice.
Yes.
Got it. It's a different kind of
It's
rice.
different rice.
Exactly.
So we do come to Croydon quite often.
We
so,
do, yeah.
So we're gonna come. In fact, one of my friends actually said to me, one of my friends who lives near East Croydon, she recommends. She said, "Yo, you've got to try the chai. So you must do. Do you do chai, right?
Chai.
Yeah. So she's recommended the chai straight away. She goes, "Oh, you must try the chai at Afghan Caravan." She didn't know that we were we're doing this, and I said, "Okay."
It's the carrot chai. Yeah, I mean, you do your own little thing with it. She'll add, again, a bunch of different things.
It's
One
different. I've tried a different place as well before me because I'm not like, I can't have too much sweet or sugar.
Yeah.
But the way like we're making it in Afghan Caravan, so it's the sugar was balanced. It's not too sweet.
Nice. Yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
good though. Yeah, you don't want it too sweet.
And then sometimes if you want to have your own recipe, so you don't have to like follow, you know, other people, you have to bring it from your own.
Yeah, it's
taste.
got to be your own.
Yes,
It's got to be
yeah.
authentic,
So
right? Yeah.
even, you know, the chutney, carrot chai,
Yeah.
and
Saffron cake is
saffron
something-
So that's all your
Oh.
own. Yeah, that's what makes it special.
You have sweet dishes as well.
and a veg mantu as well, because in Afghanistan, so we don't have that veg mantu the way
Yes.
we have it in Afghan Caravan.
I see.
So in Afghanistan, we have one is mantu, the other one is we making it with leek
Yeah, yeah.
or oshak.
Oshak.
I
yeah, we
love-
forgot
One
about
is,
the
you know,
word
osh,
Oshak.
one is oshak. Oshak is like it's with leek, and you don't have to steam it. You have to like boil it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then serve it with pasteurized yogurt and, you know, sauce. So in Afghan Caravan, we doing
don't
it
do
in
it,
a
yeah.
different way. So we are making, you know, the dumpling with all mixed vegetable,
Yeah.
and even the dough is not like mantu. It's
Right.
a green color dough. So
Interesting.
like,
Again, you're-
it's
That's so
different.
interesting.
Yeah, to at least have option for vegan and vegetarian as well.
Which is important.
Really nice. nice. Yeah, that's so inclusive.
It actually came, the inclusivity again is a thing that we've had to think and adapt around, because we had done, this is in the very, very early stages. We were at a cafe called Sour Cafe. We did like a 1 month takeover, and that was our first time outside of our little catering trailer. And in that area, because it's around Hackney, so there were a lot of vegans, a lot of vegetarians, and we were like, okay, we have a small, teeny tiny kitchen space. We don't have the capacity to add on other things to the menu, so how can we adjust what we do have? And that's when our veg mantu was born.
I love that.
And then sometimes we'd get like vegan yogurt to kind of not get rid of that element, but just see what we can do.
It's really important.
It's nice to have vegetarian options and vegan options. That is really nice. I love like vegetarian food, so I definitely want to try the vegetarian mantu. It sounds incredible.
Yeah, I think you'd like it. Yeah.
What we're finding is that a lot of Muslims are vegetarian as well. It's not just that, other people who are vegetarian through choice or religion. What we find is for health reasons, a lot of Muslims are also vegetarian. So I like what you said about the low sugar in the tea, because I'm pre-diabetic. So I'd like to have the low sugar option. So you can add a little bit to taste if you want to. Well, we've got loads to try then.
We do. I need to. So I first ever saw Afghan Caravan. I went to Croydon BoxPark, and it really stood out to me. I can't lie. Out of all of them, it stood out to me. The name was really cool. So where does that come from? Afghan Caravan.
Yeah, so
I love it.
The name is a funny one with that. I was at the time, before Afghan Caravan was born into what it is, I was actually working on a short film about mine and my family's journey from Afghanistan to England, and the different refugee camps and things like this, and it was part of a Barbican exhibition. Once that was done, I was kind of thinking, okay, how do I, now that I'm in this zone of understanding my culture, wanting to promote my culture, what can I do to enable other people to connect with it? And it was just kind of talking through ideas and stuff, and then I was like, oh, what about food? Like it's such a big thing for us. It's hospitality. Who doesn't love food? Everyone can connect to it. It's brought people together so many times. And then kind of churning with those thoughts in my head, and I was just going through literally on my notepad, Afghan, just seeing what rhymes with Afghan, and then the theme of, I guess, like the Silk Road and the history, and I was like, caravan, okay. The minute I landed on Afghan Caravan, I just knew. There's something that just like, I just knew that.
It sounds right.
It sounds, it does. It sounds right.
So when I first heard the name, I'll tell you what it evoked in my mind. So I'm seeing camels in the desert, people on a long journey, maybe a sandstorm now and again, and then people setting up a little camp and cooking food in the desert, right?
Exactly.
That's sort of that's what's coming into my mind, right?
That was exactly the point. I wanted to kind of evoke that, I guess, the warmth of sharing and like trade, and how busy, if you close your eyes right now and you think caravan and you think Silk Road, where does it take you in your mind? And that's exactly what I wanted to kind of bring forward with Afghan Caravan, and in doing so I wanted to touch on the history of Afghanistan as well, and because that gets really kind of slated because of what's going on,
misrepresented, shall we say.
Misrepresented, exactly. So that was really, so it's really warm for me to hear that that's what it comes out. That was the intention,
but something that you said just sparked my interest. That how, as a young person, right, you're in this country, you came over, from what you're saying, you came over as refugees. And at some point in your journey, it became very important to you to reconnect with your culture and keep that running, right? Now some people, not all young people have that. Some people who come over here, they get completely subsumed and consumed by, okay, we're in the West, this is how it is. You get assimilated, right? But it sounds like at some point in your journey, you wanted to push back, and you wanted to connect yourself and show other people that this is what we're about, right? That's quite an important part of your personal journey. That's what I'm sensing.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there was definitely a period, when I was in high school, college, early years of university where it was like it just wasn't something especially in high school, I feel, and even primary school, you know, there was a lot of negative connotation around being an asylum seeker, and you'd get made fun of and things like this. And then that brings with it a host of bullying and all of this stuff. So I definitely went through a period where I just wasn't interested. I was like, okay, no. It just, there was nothing that pulled me, unless, for example, I'd go visit Afghanistan, or, you know, I'd speak to family, then it would always be something in the back of my mind. But again, I definitely went through a period of completely cutting it off. But I think when it comes to roots and identity, there's only so much of that you can actually do, especially if your culture's in your face all the time, all around you. Like, how much am I going to really deny it, you know? And it's such a big part of my identity that it felt like I was denying my own identity. But really the breaking for me was that film was like thinking about our journey and the lengths that we went through, what we left behind, and hearing it, for example, from my mum's perspective, from my dad's perspective, how they had, you know, a whole life that they left behind and what that meant to them, and me not really understanding that growing up. So that was definitely the opening, I would say, you know. And then from that, I kind of I fell in love with my culture, because there's so much to it. Like, there's so much. Not only did it help me understand my identity, it helped me connect with my family, actually, because around that time, like, I realized how important family was and what I was trading off without even realizing. So yeah, I think that was a big point. And then again, just going into learning about the food and the culture and the Silk Road. I'm somebody that's like, I'm a bit of a history nerd anyway. I like knowing this stuff. Like, I'll watch YouTube videos about
the Silk Road.
Just for fun, you know. So to know that there was something in my heritage that is deeply connected to that and so central to it, it felt like a calling that I need to explore this, you know.
Is it also true that when you come over, obviously initially you don't fit in, right?
Yeah.
And us as Pakistani, so I was born here, so I'm a British-born Pakistani. Hannah's also British-born Pakistani, but her parents are both born in Britain as well. But even though we were born here, there's times when I've experienced racism, and you know, you're always made to feel that you don't belong, especially like what's going on at the moment with the far right and flags springing up everywhere. You're made to feel by certain forces, certain elements that actually, well, you might be British, but you're not as British as we are. I've actually had that said to me that,
really?
Well, yeah, you're British, but I'm more British than you. But why? Well, because we've been here for 10, 11 generations. You've only been here for 2 generations. So by default, you're not as British as I am. So, but I accept that. I accept that now. And I think what's important is that when it comes to identity, where do you, as a young person, it's really important when you're young, right? How do you carve out your identity when you're being told, oh, this, you know, you're here, you're a refugee, but you don't belong here, right? So in order to carve out your own identity, then you have to look at other things, like where you're from initially, where you from initially, your religion, your culture. You have to sort of like build your identity in a foreign country, right? So is that what you experience?
I think I experienced that kind of subconsciously, and it was just happening, you know, like it was happening in the sense that you know, when we lived in Leeds for a while, and Bradford, and a lot of like kind of the early stages, I was so young that it was, I guess, easy to adopt things, you know. And
so how old were you when you came?
I was 7 when we got to England, right?
Okay, and how many years ago was that?
I'm 32 now, so a long time ago.
Okay. So
but I was
22
1
years.
when we left,
So that's a long journey, isn't it? It's a long journey.
And I still get things to this day, for example, even when people come to the shop and they'll be like, oh, so like they'll get surprised that I can speak English without an accent, because they'll assume like I just came not too long ago or something, you know, and they'll be like, oh, but you're like British, aren't you? And
you're like, British.
Kind of. I mean, for me, like I've looked at myself as British Afghan, because it is very much both. Like I like a good Sunday roast.
Who doesn't?
And do you know what I mean?
I do too.
You know, So I think, and also being in this country as well, and especially in London, I would say, which is very different to growing up in Leeds or other places.
London's
which
very
quite
different.
segregated.
Yeah.
I feel like I felt it more outside of London.
100%.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like,
Absolutely.
way more
Absolutely.
outside of London.
Yeah.
But again, even then, it was like the Asians were in one area. Other, like Iranians were in another
it is
area.
like that,
Afghans were, you know. So it was very like it was very segregated.
It's not so
within
mixed.
it wasn't so mixed.
We've seen that because my hometown is Oxford, and Hannah's grandparents, Hannah's family, Hannah's mum's family are from Burnley, which is a small town north of Manchester. Now those northern towns, again, they're very segregated. Right. And I think what I try to explain to people, I work with a lot of students who come over from India, Pakistan, Africa, and I explained to them that London is a bubble. London is a bubble in the sense that because there's so many people here in London, no one cares what you're doing, what you're wearing. You could be, if a lady's wearing a full niqab, nobody notices. If a lady's wearing almost nothing, nobody notices, right? But that's only in London. As soon as you go outside of London, you can be questioned in very subtle ways. I mean, there is racism in London, but it's very subtle. It's very, very subtle.
It's
but when you go to the northern towns,
it's
it's not subtle. It's it's a lot more direct.
Like you can actually feel it, which is crazy.
Ironically, I remember, Mum, you told me a story when we lived in Bradford, where like the first experience of, I guess, like discrimination or racism,
blatant racism.
It wasn't even from English people. It's from our own Asian community.
How strange.
You know, so that
just came, close to me and says, "Are you Muslim?" And I said, "Yes, I am." And says, "So why are you not wearing scarf?"
Was that Bradford?
How did
Why are you not wearing suit?
Well, because it's known as Bradistan, isn't it?
But it just goes to show, like,
it was new as well for us, It was just a few months ago. After 3 months, this has happened.
So that's an example of people in our own community being very, very judgmental. Right. But I think that's probably a topic for another podcast because today, like I was.
You'd be surprised.
I've kind of diverted a little bit about identity and what it means, right? And but this podcast is about you. It's about Afghan Caravan and the food and your journey, and I'm interested to know more about the journey
but it's nice that you've connected people to Afghanistan through food, and I think that's really, really cool because people get a slice of your culture through food, which is the best way to bring people together. So do you want to
literally slice
so do you want to talk more about like how maybe you wanted it to become a business? So it started maybe from your kitchen and you brought it to you made it into Afghan Caravan. How did that come about for you guys?
What did you try first in terms of like in business wise?
The trailer, that was like I remember we went to the Excel Center, and it was still an idea and everybody was still a bit like, I'm not sure, but you always said that you wanted to do something.
Usually Nilo's friends are coming over every weekend.
There it goes. There it starts.
I love cooking and I love to do with food art.
I love
and
that.
And then every time when they was coming, they would say, auntie, this food looks amazing. You should do you should open business. You should do food business. Always, every time, every weekend, that was the topic.
My mouth's watering.
Honestly,
And then one day me and Nilo friend, we always sitting in the living room, and then one of his Nilo's friends says, "Okay, do you want to, shall we try, the bolani?" Then I said, well, it's not time for that. And he said, no, we can grab, the things, we can do it just to try. And then I baked a few bolani and everybody was trying and they said, this is the one you have to do it.
Interesting. This is one dish, literally.
To start with, one item, different things.
After that, when... my family, they knew it. We want to do open a business and then start selling Afghan street food with just bolani. And then they start laughing. They said, do business with bolani.
Really?
It was almost like looking down on, because in Afghanistan, they call them bolani furosh, which is like bolani sellers. It's a very simple thing to do. I think there's a lot of honor in it. You're making, a halal income. You're doing what you can. But there's there's
a connotation.
There's
So
a connotation
yeah, so
around
it's in Pakistan. We have people who just sell. We call them chole, which are basically like,
Exactly.
you
Yes.
go,
or they're street vendors,
Yeah.
or they'll be cooking what they called corn on the cob in
Corn.
in hot sand.
Yeah.
Right, so they're street vendors. Yeah, they're street vendors, and it's frowned upon because it's like, well, those people they're uneducated. They can't do anything else, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, the rules here are different.
Yeah.
The rules are different here, right?
Exactly.
But that same food which is being sold by the street vendors, the street hawkers, everyone eats it.
Everyone loves it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can have kebab, anyway, but you can't have like, bolani.
Yeah.
No, you can't. No, I haven't heard of it.
Yeah.
I
You need
might
to try. Try it. It sounds great.
My favorite Pakistani street food is probably they make sweet potato. There's a specific variety of sweet potato, and they cook it in coals. So it has that coal taste as well. And then black salt, chili, lemon. It's nothing like it. Nothing like that.
Yeah.
So Bulani, right? Started from that.
Yeah, that's where
We started from Bolani. And then first time when we went to Taste of London, and the only item we sold a lot was Bolani.
Right.
Yeah. That was like the turning point, because again, everybody laughed at us.
Yeah.
We were like, we want to do Bolani and we want to do it in the trailer. But even before we went to Taste of London, we trialed it at different markets. We went to, Coco's in Camden.
Yeah.
Just pull up at like 3:00 in the morning. When
Wow.
people were coming out.
Amazing.
And then just do it, so that we kind of got a vibe, a feel of how people are responding to it.
That's very innovative to even think about going there at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
and to prepare everything.
Reaction, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Like we got to just try it at different times to see how, like, is it, street food in terms of, is it going to be as satisfying as a burger or, I don't know, chicken doner in the middle of the night or something, like, will it hit the same
It's
spot?
interesting.
So that was a bit of market research in action in that sense.
So-
and then,
You mentioned that a few people kind of were against it, or they were trying to ridicule you.
it was more ridicule,
or,
like
or put you
laughing.
down.
Yeah.
So where was that coming from? Because either it can come from that they just want to, someone's trying to do something and they want to just put them down, or jealousy, that is two women, or misogyny. Where do you think that was coming from?
I think maybe you can share where you think after, but for me, I think it was more because it didn't follow the standard way that an Afghan would do
Tradition.
business. Yeah, like usually, if it's, you open a chicken shop or you open a big restaurant, or, it was completely different
New.
to how anyone's done it before. So I think it was like they didn't know, it didn't seem like it would work.
Right.
It's
To them.
exactly, to them, because it's not following that traditional path
Formula.
Exactly. They
yeah.
didn't see how it would work. I think that, what do you think?
Yeah, it was exactly that.
Yeah, that's kind of the
Because
vibe.
usually when they open like restaurants, so they do kebab, I don't know, lots of different food.
lavish
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So did that sort of make you dig your heels in and
Yes, yeah.
you wanted to prove them wrong, right? That no, this
we
is
proved that.
You did.
well, clearly.
A little bit like, okay, yeah, it is a risk. It is something different. We don't know if it's going to work. But I think there was also, again, because it's a family business and it's not just mine and my mum's voice, it's the uncles, it's the dad, it's, all these people that are like, yeah, but you should add this, but just do chicken because it makes sense. Just do a burger because it what makes sense. And for us, like when we went to Taste of London, before that, I was like, Bolani, we have to do it. You just have to listen. You just listen to what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Take this one thing and do it. And I promise you, it's going to be different. And I think it was a bit of a back and forth around,
a tug of war.
Yeah, it was
a tug
a bit
of
like
war.
that, but we had to just
You were persistent.
I had to be very, very persistent. And then when we were at Taste of London, and we sold like 3,000 bolanis, and
Yeah.
like that's when everybody was like,
amazing.
that's when they kind of just simmered down.
Yeah.
and was like,
Shut
okay,
them up.
something is here. Yeah, I didn't even have to say
The
anything.
order was
Amazing.
Just bolani, and it's just really fun.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that you can identify that as the turning point, we
Yeah.
can say.
Yeah, I definitely the turning point, seeing how people responded. That was our first, like, Taste of London was really a huge opportunity for us because it really showed us how the wider community responds to Afghan food. People that have never even tried it before, to then try not the lavish stuff, but start from our simple
Something
bolani.
basic.
Yeah, exactly. And for it to, do so well, it was kind of like a confirmation for us that we're on the right path, and it doesn't have to be the traditional path. And it was confirmation for my mom as well, like belief in herself. She's only ever cooked for us and my friends and our family. So to see like thousands of people even coming up to her saying, or like knowing that it's a mum cooking, coming up to her and calling her auntie, all these random people, like different types of people,
How did that feel for you? Hearing people, talking about the food that you've made.
It's really such a good feeling. Even now, sometimes it's happening, almost every day.
At the
so
shop.
People are
nice.
coming back, to see me, or they say, "Auntie, this food was amazing." Yes, you feel it like it's homemade food.
Yeah, it's
not
homemade. It
restaurant.
makes a difference.
Yeah.
It does. Yeah.
It's auntie's special
Every
recipe.
day, every day, almost every day. It's just give you a positive energy, good feeling. And then obviously working in the kitchen is not easy. It's really hard.
Of course.
Especially for me, because I spent my 14 years working with children in a nursery.
Really?
And then after that, I just
That's a
went
huge
straight
pivot.
away.
Yeah, it is.
Kitchen.
Yeah.
And then
And you're on your feet, aren't you? You're on your feet all day.
yes, from morning to evening, And then
Bless you. Yeah.
to support my daughter.
Do you get involved ever? Do you?
Yeah, I do. I think I've definitely. Do you think I get more involved?
She learned a lot.
Yeah,
now.
thanks.
Yeah.
Nice.
She was good at cooking eggs, but now
She's moved on from the egg.
Exposing me.
Does she still need more training, more polish, or is she on her way?
She's
bit more
fine
polish.
now. Yeah, she's now.
A lot
she likes
better,
it.
Or even in the kitchen, for example, things that I know I can do, I'll do. Like if we get a lentil soup order, or when she makes the bolani
I
and
love
puts
the
it on the.
She's number one in packing.
Yeah, I'm the best packer, so I'll make sure that everything's
Okay.
packed nice and neatly, so that I think from start to finish, how's somebody gonna feel when they see it, and how does it look?
Presentation.
Exactly,
It's got to be
I
on
think
point.
For me,
Yeah.
it matters. When I've ordered things online.
No, that's very important. It's very important because
Yeah, it does.
a lot of people, they eat with their eyes.
Yes.
It's like if you look at cuisine from another culture, if you look at sushi, and some of the restaurants, we both love sushi.
We love sushi.
I'm getting
And-
her into it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and there's restaurants like Sticks and Sushi, and when the food arrives, you're just like, you take a deep intake of breath, and I think before you smell the food and before you taste it, you're eating with your eyes.
Yes.
So presentation is absolutely key.
Yeah.
To be able to do it, it has to be presentable and fast. Because it's hot food. The customer doesn't want to wait around, so it has to be packaged and look good. It's a very sort of like, it sounds mundane, but it's a really important part of the process, and what cutlery you're giving with it.
Yeah.
I have
what
to
condiments.
give a big praise to my mum for that, because the aesthetic, there's been times that, although I care about how it looks, there's been times where I'm like, Mum, but does this one pistachio make a difference? And she's like, no, you don't get it.
Yeah.
This is presentation. This is
does,
this will be
yeah.
somebody's first experience seeing this. So
That's
for
so
her,
lovely.
even at home, the smallest thing, she has a thing for making
The
everything
aesthetic.
beautiful.
Yeah, it's got to be nice.
You remind me something. I remember, we had an order, and then as soon as the person who received, his order, we received a call, and you answered the phone, and he said, "I know 100%. I'm sure this is an anti-made food."
Look at that. Yeah, they're being the people.
Anti-made
Straight
food.
away, yeah.
And he said the way the food was, he liked it really well. That's why he made a phone call straight away after.
Just
he
based
received
on
his order.
Oh,
presentation.
Yeah.
Little things matter.
crazy,
You know what they say, that there's the devil is in the details, right? Little things matter, and here you are. You're spreading love through food, isn't it?
The food.
Yeah,
Right.
because it's hand cooked.
Yeah.
You know, and you're spreading, you know, knowledge about Afghan culture as well, which is incredible.
Even sometimes I'm just offering, you know, on the house tea, green tea. So I have that, like, you know, rose petal, rose water, cardamom,
Yeah.
Saffron.
cinnamon, saffron, tea, and then a few leaf of, you know, mint. And then now, so they'll come, when they come, they say, I want auntie tea.
If I'm making it,
Yeah.
like, is
I
your
just
mum
want
here? I
tea.
want to
Yeah,
have
yeah,
tea.
It's got the special touch.
Yeah, they'll complain saying you treating everybody like that. So they'll come in, you
Amazing.
know, for us as well to give us the same
Expectations are
tea.
high.
Nice.
So in the morning, I'm just saying it's nice, you know, to have a good relationship with, you know, the
Of
other
course,
vendor,
yeah.
you
You've
know.
made a community,
Yeah,
that's
like
exactly
based
what it
around
is.
food,
Yeah.
which I think is incredible.
yeah.
Like, I want to go.
No, we're gonna go.
We gotta go.
We're gonna go. So we were at the point where there was the London exhibition. You had a stall, right?
Yeah.
Where did it go? So from there to your current location in BoxPark.
BoxPark.
I'd like to know
BoxPark,
more
Croydon.
about
Yeah.
like where did you go from there then? What was the next step from there?
So with Taste of London, that was our first experience at such a large scale food festival. We didn't have a kitchen. We didn't have. I mean, we couldn't do anything in the trailer like that. So we were literally just doing prep at home. And the reason why I'm saying this is to give you an idea of how small and humble it started.
It was a kitchen business basically.
Basically, yeah. And we were like, and I'm not going to say competing, but we were in the same space as these restaurants who have, you know, who exist in Mayfair and like restaurants that have been running for like 10, 20 years.
That's big competition.
It is.
Yeah, we were like
competition.
the underdogs. And Judah, and when we went there, I'll let you tell the pot story.
All the pot from home.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Yeah, I didn't know, but I never been, you know, to a big food festival.
course,
Yeah, so I thought this maybe a small on the street somewhere, you know. I just took, you know, the small pot from home. Then we went there, so people was talking about, like, you know, serving 50,000 people, 20,000 people.
And you took one pot.
We
just few small, and then I said,
So they must have run out in an hour. So on the first day, they must have.
on the day and go buy like when we
Ingredients.
when we had a peek at other people's stalls and we saw all this professional. Like my mum came to me, she was like,
organised.
"Nilo, what are we doing?"
Oh
It was
my
like, "What are we gonna do?"
So you were literally thrown in the deep end. Right.
Quite literally, yeah. We're just figuring it out on the go.
yeah.
And when I heard about their experience, you know, they've been to festival for many years,
Yeah.
and they're like restaurant more than like 30 years,
Yeah.
40 years.
Whose idea was
And
it
then
to
I
attend?
went, you know, from my
Your
kitchen,
idea.
you know, with the small pots, and I said, I'm gonna join festival.
Yeah. We didn't, again, like the opportunity came when I was like, I'm not gonna close the door. If we're gonna, the thing is, if we're gonna fail, let's fail fast and just learn what
Absolutely.
to do. So we really learned on the go. And, you know, like I said, we like on the first day, at the end of the first day, I actually borrowed pots from another restaurant in Regent's Park.
Wow.
It was like that. Like I couldn't even find the right pots. Where do you go in Central?
Where would you buy them?
Yeah, exactly. So we went, brought that stuff, even like, you know, the big spoons and things like all of these things that we just were so unprepared. It was insane, but it went amazing.
We did well.
Yeah.
How many days was it?
5 days.
Okay, so
Five.
on the first day you kind of realized that hang on a minute, we are not prepared. So you got everything. So then you gathered stuff, and then over the 5 days you adjusted.
Yeah.
Maybe cooked overnight or something. You must have cooked overnight,
No,
right?
early morning, nothing.
Early morning.
Yeah. Only even the mantus, we would do what we can, freeze it, and then my auntie, when we realized, okay, that's not going to work because the mantus are going really fast, and obviously it's at that point as well, like nobody was fast. She wasn't as fast as what she is today. So we got my auntie in, we made a station, like one station just for her, and she'd just do mantu for like hours and hours, and my mum, you know, and we were just adjusting like that, and every day was like we got a little bit better every day. But you know what was really, really nice, other restaurants realized that we were the only family run business there, and that we were completely new. And I remember they came to us and they all did like a huge round of applause.
Yeah. Oh.
You guys are the winners of this. Like it was
That's
so
amazing.
Yeah.
That's so wholesome,
They saw,
isn't it?
exactly. I think there's that community vibe in the food industry where everybody knows how hard it is, and we didn't know how hard it was.
It is tough.
So it was like, you know,
it's tough.
Very tough. But then after that, I think that's what kind of put our name on the map a little bit. At that point, I felt confident enough to create a business proposal.
A brand.
Exactly. And, you know, I was looking for different spots. I can't afford to have a restaurant, too much upfront costs, or, you know, just weighing up all of these things. But I knew that I had something special, and I was like, I can't just leave it.
Yeah,
you know,
you've got to do something with it.
I had to do something, And then I remember I made like I made a little deck on Canva about what we've done, and having Taste of London on there really made a difference to us being able to get into BoxPark, I think. So
you had to present to them. You had to give them a presentation.
I sent them the proposal and what we had done and all of this stuff, and then they invited us down to kind of to do a taster for them. So we had to go there on the day, and you know, the unit didn't have equipment. And we had to but by that time we had already learned how to kind of like just adjust
and adapt
as you go,
work on the fly.
Exactly. So we went and we did like a little taster of each item, and my mum made sure it was presented beautifully.
Amazing.
How
long ago was that?
That was in 2 years ago.
So you've literally been in BoxPark for 2 years.
Yeah.
And it's been going amazing from what I've heard, because my friends love it. The people that I know, they really, really like it.
That's amazing.
You know, social media is amazing as well. It's really, really good.
Yeah, your content's cool. I've been looking at it. It's fantastic.
Thank you. It is as you know, content creation, it is a hard thing to do. Even the time for it is very difficult.
It's very time consuming.
Very, very time consuming. And sometimes I was saying to my mum the other day, like, we need to arrange to do something at home next week, but then as I'm doing that, there's other things that are slipping from my mind. So it really is a big job.
It's constant.
You've got to wear a lot of, as a business owner, you have to wear so many different hats, right? You're the accountant, you're the bookkeeper, you're the person ordering, the packer, the cook. Isn't it? It's everything.
It's not only kitchen. Shopping.
The shopping as well.
Actually, that's a whole other journey. I remember even at BoxPark when we first started, because again, it was our first time being in a space 7 days a week, from morning till nighttime. So it was very like full on and very fast. And I remember my mum in the beginning. It was my mum, my uncle, and myself, and we'd kind of just like leave really early, go to Holland Bazaar. At that time, I was kind of in the background still thinking about how to automate certain processes. So until I figured that out, bless you guys, they had to, like, you know, we'd go
do it themselves,
shopping and get bags of onion, and then she'd be like, my car stinks of onion.
I just realized something, right? Because you're going from Enfield to Croydon. That's we go from Wembley to Croydon sometimes, right?
It's far.
And that's quite a journey. Enfield is further, right? So do you drive? Do you go by train? You drive. So on a bad day, that's a minimum 1.5 hours, probably 2 hours.
Yeah, on a good day, it's like 1 hour 20 minutes.
Yeah,
so
it's far.
She was saying the other day, like sometimes when we get up to close to the Blackwall Tunnel, she's always like, I used to fall asleep around here. I used to get
that's a long journey.
At the moment, when you're doing like, you know, you're doing, you know, a food business, so you have to learn and, you know, prepare yourself to carry like heavy weight as well.
Yeah.
Since I start, you know, Afghan Caravan, so I start at the same time, so, you know, I changed my routine in the gym as well. Then I said, no anymore treatment. I have to start using
weight training.
Free weight.
I
prepare myself, you know, to carry, you know, maybe more than 30 kg now.
It's
easy.
crazy.
So you don't need the gym anymore because you're carrying all these bags of onions around.
Yeah, but I have to, you know, I prepare myself, you know, to...
That's amazing.
Flexibility, you know, to pick up, you know, heavy weight.
It's really
you know, as a woman, so there is no man always around you, you know, to
of course,
to pick up, you know, all the heavy lifting. So you have.
So it's a lot of heavy lifting.
So you know that takes an incredible amount of resilience and like mental strength. Physical strength is one thing, right? But to be able to do that journey and the hard work, and to be at the shop all day long, right? Where does this resilience? Where does it come from? Where does this strength come from? Is it?
Well, when you on this business, I don't know, you just find yourself, the right routine. So I have to wake up at 6 o'clock and then go to gym, do my exercise, and then from there straight away not to warehouse, do the shopping, all heavy, like lifting everything, and then straight away to Croydon. From Croydon, so you have to take all these, shopping to the storage, everything, and then straight away start your cooking, opening.
Oh my goodness.
I feel like my mum, she's always been resilient in terms of, you've always been a hard worker. Like ever since I was little, like when we first came into the country, she straight away found a sewing factory, and she'd just work in the sewing factory. Or she's always been pulling the weight to keep us afloat.
For myself.
Yeah.
I'm amazed that everything that you're doing, you're getting a gym session in. That's a bit that got me, because I like.
It's really cool.
I told Neelo,
that's amazing.
Anything you want for me, I'm ready to do it for you, but I want this time for myself. 1 hour.
You need it.
You do need it. You do need
That's
it.
your self-care.
You do need it.
Yeah, that's your own time.
She says if I don't have that, I'm not mentally able to support you.
My day is not tick, so
it's very
if I
cool.
don't go, even my mood is no.
She when she gets into a bad mood.
Really?
Yeah, like I'll know if she hasn't gone to the gym that morning.
That's really interesting.
Like I'll know
That
because
is so cool.
yeah.
I love that. That's like your time,
It's my
You're
time.
locking in, you're zoning in. I love that.
Nothing, just my headphone, and then wait.
Yeah, because you don't need to think about anything at the gym. That's why I love the gym. I love the gym. I go as well.
I don't
yeah.
know. I wish I did.
I'm struggling now during Ramadan, but
you?
yeah, it's quite tough with fasting and everything.
of
But
course,
I think once this week is over, it's always the first week that I find tough.
Yeah.
But the gym, that's my safe space. It helps so much with mental health.
Yeah.
So much. It's life changing.
She's been telling me, she's like, look, the way you stress now, if you just get yourself into a routine, get a little bit of exercise in. I know. I just
As you get older,
Move your body. So good.
As you get older, you find gym becomes so much more important.
Especially for
It
women.
does.
Especially for women. Yeah.
I
think
agree
so
with
too.
Mentally healthy.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah. So you don't join your mom at the gym, no?
I have one or two times.
should have
I
not,
have one or two times.
Yeah.
But, for me, like, I grew up doing a lot of sports.
Okay,
Right.
nice.
But it's only been, ironically, for me, it's been since I've started Afghan Caravan that I've stopped I've stopped exercising, but I feel like mentally tired.
Yeah.
of course.
It's hard work. Running a restaurant is really, really hard work.
Yeah. But I mean, she's able to do all of it. So
I'm
there's
amazed.
no
Yeah,
excuse,
I'm really
but
amazed.
Of course.
I do want to get that going.
You're great. You're honestly an inspiration. Yeah, you're
So,
great.
this amazingly resilient lady that I'm seeing now, can I ask, when you were in Afghanistan, I know as being a refugee at some time, what shaped you? Like, what experiences in Afghanistan shaped you to become this tough person? Are there any sort of experiences there, or challenges, shall we say, in Afghanistan?
Yeah, I mean, I left my country when I was around like 19 years old.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Long time ago.
Time ago, yeah. And then all this journey since I left, my country, and then to come England. So this journey made me, to be a strong person, and then to fight, with life, and then
whatever struggles life
what a struggle, it
puts
came on my
in front
way,
of
so
you.
it makes me more stronger. And to live alone, like, not family around you, with 2 kids, leave your country.
Yeah.
And then without any experience. It was first time when I left my country when I was like under 20
Yeah.
with 2 kids.
So young.
And she was only 17 months, and
you
my
were-
son was,
Really? So you were 17 months?
Yeah, my brother was in
country.
40 days.
And the way I left my country, I just left with one outfit,
yeah.
nothing else, because of course we just
Yeah.
left, neither. and then we came.
And nobody wants to leave their own country. No one
and
wants
that
to.
kind of experience. So this journey, it just changed my life a lot. And you know, in Iran, so there was like more our family or people from Afghanistan. They was always calling me like, you know, race. I don't know how to say.
Race,
like boss, a boss,
like general,
boss,
like
yeah.
boss.
Yeah.
That's what they would call her.
woman, like you know,
boss woman.
Boss, like, you know,
You're giving
I was-
boss woman. I
I
can't
was
lie.
like
Yeah,
that.
you
I mean, you
I
are
was
the
only woman in all that family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that's why they was calling me boss, like, you know, big mom.
Yeah.
And these things, it makes you more stronger.
Of course, yeah. You had a strong label.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even back then, when we were in Iran, again, like she said, everyone kind of, they would come from Afghanistan, or there'd be other Afghans around us, and a lot of them would be male, a lot of them would be younger boys.
Yeah.
And she was like literally the
Boss
only
lady.
woman, and so she would do all this like big cooking for everyone, and like,
This is in Iran now.
yeah.
So you went from Afghanistan to Iran, and then from Iran
Turkey.
to here, to
Turkey.
Turkey.
No, we went to
Turkey to Greece, from Greece to
Wow.
Italy, from Italy to France,
and then from
Wow.
France to here.
So it was all like
That's
The
incredible,
proper
Jamie.
refugee
What-
journey.
Lots of traveling.
That's the Silk Road. That's a different kind of Silk Road, isn't it?
Afghan Caravan, you imagine, like, you know, the
So that makes sense now, isn't it?
yeah, when you was talking about, then I remember, so I had
Yeah.
all this experience when I left my country.
Yeah.
So I remember it was between Pakistan and Iran. There was a place. I remember, you know, the
On the border.
Yeah,
there is a border,
things that- it was similar. Like, you know, we have, you know, our food in a desert. They was sharing water.
That's what.
with the
That's the
people. Yes,
evocation.
it was
You know.
exactly the same. When you said, I was remembering, you know,
Yeah.
those things.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And even
Interesting.
in the refugee camps in Greece and France, you guys would get together and you'd cook, and there'd be different women.
That's
from, like,
hard.
Kurdish women,
That's
Iranian
really
women.
hard.
Kitchen, nobody had, you know, I don't know, there was a big kitchen.
Yeah.
There was like lots of fridge, cooker, everything.
Yeah.
So that time, so I remember, so people was taking, you know, fridge, cooker, everything from outside to bring to the refugee camp for refugee people. Yeah.
Donating
They
it,
donating,
right?
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
we was sharing, cooking, you know, there was from
Yeah.
other culture, other background, you know, Iraqi, Arab, Afghan, Irani. So
That
it
is
was
so cool.
cooking,
That's
And
amazing.
it's very difficult because you know
Learning from each other. Yeah.
Exactly.
what I've heard over the years is that the people who have had this refugee journey, the countries that you stop off at, the locals can be quite hostile sometimes. There's, you know, obviously there's always aid workers and charities that want to help, but sometimes the local people can be hostile, which is another challenge, isn't it? You know, you feel unwanted again, don't you?
Yeah. Remember when they stole your little back? She has a little.
all the you pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was too tired when we arrived to Italy, so we slept in the station.
Yeah, we would sleep in train stations and places.
Yeah, and I
like
put, you know, my bag like a pillow, and then when I wake up, there was no bag.
Somebody stole it.
Yeah, and she had taken pictures of us because before that, I have like only 4 baby pictures or something because the Taliban burned them
All
the
the
albums in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
And then the second set of our pictures from when my brother and I were young got stolen in.
Oh, you can't replace those. They're irreplaceable.
Sometimes she's asking, Mom, why I don't have a picture.
Yeah.
I said, you all the album and films, everything. So Taliban, they just burn it.
But you're making lots of beautiful memories now,
Yes.
and you're taking lots of photos and videos, right? Yeah, like we're making a video right now. Well, right, which will be part of your memory store, hopefully.
Another thing as well, I will say, I think the hostility has gotten worse now compared to before. Like,
Interesting.
yeah, there were moments like that, but in Greece, for example, even though my mom's experience will be totally different as a parent, for me as a child, it was like, I had a really great time.
Really?
Yeah, in the
In the refugee camps?
Yeah, I had
Okay.
like I don't have bad memories of those refugee
That's interesting.
camps. Yeah, like for me and my brother, it was, you know, there were other kids, refugee kids, and the camps would have a program or something. I just remember they would take the families out to the beach, and locals would actually donate toys and bikes. And so I remember having a bike. I remember like having toys. I remember
This in Greece?
Lots of
this
things,
was in Greece. Yeah, in Greece. So yeah, it was like a
to be
different
honest, was
experience.
beautiful, like memory and life, because
It was like camping.
there was no social media, no phone, no TV, so it was more like have more time with people, socializing, like have your own
authentic
program.
connection.
Like really getting to know people.
It was like had the day for baking, from different countries. We used to bake, cook, and then more activity, more like was chatting,
More
talking,
involvement,
sitting
getting involved.
together, and sharing, your stories, experience.
Yeah.
To be honest, it was really, really good time.
It sounds beautiful.
Even though
There
it's
was
like,
no
it
mobile
seems
phone
heavy,
that time, for us. No TV, no mobile. It was just
Sounds like a good time. Yeah, you have no choice. You have to
And,
socialize.
Kids, they had a good time because they was playing with each other. There was no iPad, no mobile.
I've never heard that perspective. Ever. Like, because when refugee camps are presented on TV, especially on British TV, they're always presented as, really, really dire, and food is running out, and it's raining, or it's winter. And the kind of camaraderie that you're describing, I've never heard that before ever. And it's heartwarming.
It's nice to hear.
It's heartwarming to hear that.
It's really nice to hear.
There's good human beings. Everywhere. There's bad human beings as well, but it sounds like there were key people there who wanted to help, who wanted to look after the children and make the experience
It's that
pleasant
camaraderie within the camps, because everybody was kind of going through the same thing. Everybody either came from war or they were fleeing something, so there was that safety, I guess.
Sure.
They know what you've gone through because they've been through it, and you know what there's an understanding.
Self-alarmed, when you're hearing other people, it's a story, so you just think, oh, we had the same experience. And as a parent, obviously you're worried. You're just saying like, you're on the bridge, you don't know which way you're going. For your kids' future, school, everything. But at the moment, so you have to enjoy the moment where you have to enjoy the moment.
Of course,
The things you don't have, so you can't tell yourself, oh, I have to have it. I have to be in this position. But no, where you are, you have to enjoy it from the moment. And then when you're happy and when you're satisfied with what you have, and then Allah or God will give you, better.
Of course.
Better.
So I was happy, even, when I left my country with one outfit, then we start from zero. And then I left Iran, and then Turkey, and then step by step. So it was not like this, I've got I can't leave, my furniture, or I can't leave, my
Of
these
course.
things.
You trusted, right?
Yeah.
The unknown, you were trusting. The process.
It's for us was important, to be somewhere safe. To have a good future for my daughter, for my son. So this was the main thing for me.
I think you had patience as well. You were very patient.
I always had the patience and hope. I hope.
That's what got you going, and that's what everything's going to be fine. So you had this self-talk, right? Positive self-talk. I think that's helped you quite a lot.
And sometimes, when you're on the journey, so you have a plan in your mind, and then whatever is happening on your journey, obviously you had a really hard time as well, and then it was always we're gonna get where I want, and I want to see my daughter and my son future in the country. Then that was England. And then both of them they did study, and I'm happy.
Amazing.
So this resilience is coming from, this is what I was trying to understand, that the resilience that she has now, where's that come from? Because you're having kids, are having fun, the camaraderie's there, but at that point you're a young woman with two children under 2. Right? Right, so you're worrying about
16 months and 4 months when I left.
So you're worrying, they're babies, they're still in nappies, and you're worrying about their feeding time and good quality food. You had all of that to worry about as a young mother as well, isn't it?
At the same time, I was mother for them, and then for the rest of family as well.
All the other young
because
boys.
when we left, so it was like, as Anilo, she mentioned that there was more male with us, in Iran. There was not like, family or woman. I was the only one. So I become a mother for all of them.
For everyone.
Wow. Yeah.
So the energy that I'm getting. The energy is, there's a concept, the mother hen.
Yeah.
The mother hen energy, I get that very, very strongly from you.
Yeah.
That there's a caring nature.
Exactly. Yeah. I learn, how to do the cooking, how to learn, to look after your babies and the rest of family.
Yeah. It's just
war and journey.
Yeah.
It makes you strong and you're learning a lot from your journey.
So, I mean, Afghan, the shop in the restaurant in the BoxPark, you said it's been going for 2 years,
Yeah.
What are your plans for the future? Because my mind is saying franchise straight away, right? Do you have any plans for a second unit anywhere? Or
this definitely is, ironically, is something I've been thinking about more recently, actually, is okay, now it's been 2 years, how do we now grow in a different way? Franchising is definitely something that is an option that I would 100% consider. The only thing that my mum and I always talk about when it comes to franchising is quality. What I don't ever want to do is trade off the quality that she's worked so hard for. So I've always said, if that opportunity comes, it would only kind of work if my mum was the one overseeing the quality and the branding, and everything kind of like stayed in
she makes
like
it.
Yeah,
right?
It's still our baby.
She makes it. It's true.
Exactly. So that's something that I think about. Then also another thing I'm trying to do is think about, can I make Afghan Caravan into also kind of a platform that does other things? Like we have family friends in Herat who, they have saffron farms, and that's where we get our saffron from. So is there something I could do with the saffron? Is there something I could do with my mum's sauce? I mean, I'm speaking to labs about lab testing and all of this stuff. So there's a lot of things going on. I know ultimately that I want it to grow, and I know that's not gonna happen if I only remain at BoxPark.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then obviously there's the festival side of things. We're doing more festivals, inshallah, this year as well, which in and of itself is like a business model. Even if we didn't have a shop, just the festivals alone on a yearly basis is a lot to handle. So I'm just kind of playing around with these thoughts. And
you've got Instagram, right? Your Instagram's going quite well.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what's made me think, okay, can I create a platform for this, and even like have other artisan work and things that I don't know, I'm just thinking of different things, and I thought, what better month than Ramadan to really like ask for guidance and see what path comes and what feels the most authentic to how we want to grow.
Yeah, because that brand Afghan Caravan, it's about food. It doesn't have to be about food. It can be
this is what I'm thinking.
Clothing, music.
Also just sharing your story, I think, because your story is so inspiring. Like, thank you for sharing it, by the way. Like, I've learned so much, and I think you guys are so cool, and you've started such an amazing thing, and I think your journey it shows through what you've created in Afghan Caravan, and a lot of people will be able to relate as well to some of the things you went through. So just that connection, food is there, but it brings people together, and I love that.
Exactly.
So it's so nice.
Thank you.
And
it's definitely like the bridge, but like you said as well, it's not the only thing. So I definitely want to find different ways that we can grow and be open to, again, what comes forward, what feels authentic, what drives our story, and how we can what kind of offshoots can come from that. I'm open. We're both open to.
Amazing. And you can share more maybe about your dynamic too, because you guys are, you got a cool dynamic as well, maybe even like on TikTok or YouTube or something like that. That could be your next steps maybe.
Exactly. I think people do get surprised as well when they like this mother-daughter duo. It doesn't really happen in Afghan communities.
It doesn't happen.
Like for us, when I found out about you guys, it was like, oh my God, that's so cool, because I've not seen that before, So, and it's the same for us. Like a lot of people, when they message me, they really love like the relationship that we have, because obviously the way that I grew up, I've been very close to my mum, and alhamdulillah, we've developed like a friendship
Of
as
course,
well.
yeah. We can see that. We
yeah.
can see that, yeah.
It's so obvious that
so nice.
the bond between both of you, yes, there's a mother-daughter bond, there's a friendship bond,
Yeah.
there's business partners, you're partners in so many different ways, and it's absolutely beautiful to watch.
Thank
You know, we've only known you for an hour,
Yeah.
but it's absolutely obvious that, you know, how well you get on. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Amazing. Well, it was so nice chatting with you guys.
Thank you.
And
Thank you for having us. It's
yeah.
been an honor.
So we can find you at Afghan Caravan in Croydon,
Yes.
BoxPark.
Yep.
And we look
When
forward
are
to...
we going? When are we going?
Yeah, but
You just let
Can
us
we
know
go
before you
yeah.
come.
Let's go
we
through
will
it.
we will be there before you know it. Yeah, I really want to. I really want to try the chapli kebab,
Yes.
the kabli, the bolani,
Yeah.
Bolani.
and which one did
Mantu
you like?
for you.
Mantu,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
and the chai.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and the chai.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having us.
Yeah.